From the futuristic curves of Les Palais Bulls to the gold-plated Istana Nurul Iman in Brunei, this video takes you inside some of the most extravagant homes ever built. These estates redefine what it means to live in ultimate wealth. But which one truly deserves the crown as the world's most expensive mansion? Let's get into it. Buckingham Palace. Standing as the ultimate symbol of British monarchy and royal grandeur, Buckingham Palace represents an estimated $4.9 billion in value, making it one of the most valuable residential properties in the world, even though it serves as public property managed by the royal household for the state rather than a private residence. This isn't just a palace, it's a living, breathing centre of British constitutional monarchy that has witnessed over 2 centuries of royal history, political intrigue and ceremonial grandeur. With 775 rooms, Buckingham Palace operates more like a small city than a traditional residence, housing not just the royal family, but an entire ecosystem of staff, officials, and ceremonial functions. The palace's vast gardens and underground tunnels create a complex that extends far beyond what visitors see during public tours. These hidden spaces serve practical purposes, allowing the royal family and their staff to move through the palace efficiently, while maintaining the ceremonial grandeur that public appearances require. What makes Buckingham Palace particularly fascinating is how it operates as both a private residence and a public institution. The staterooms, where official ceremonies and receptions take place, must maintain museum-quality preservation standards, while private apartments must function as comfortable living spaces for a modern royal family. The palace houses over 1 million objects in the royal collection, including 8,000 paintings by masters like Rembrandt, Rubens, Vermeer, and Van Dyck, essentially making it one of the world's greatest private art museums that happens to also be someone's home. The palace's gilded decorations use layers of real gold, applied by specialist conservators whose job is to maintain the kind of luxury finishes that were once reserved exclusively for divine rulers. This attention to authentic materials and traditional craftsmanship contributes significantly to the palace's extraordinary valuation. Buckingham Palace is a symbol of British national identity, a working centre of constitutional monarchy, and a repository of centuries of artistic and cultural treasures. Its $4.9 billion valuation reflects not just its physical grandeur, but its irreplaceable role in British history and culture. The next we have Istana Nurul Iman, Brunei. Rising from the banks of the Brunei River like something from an Arabian Nights fantasy, Istana Nurul Iman represents approximately $3 billion in value and holds the distinction of being one of the largest palaces by floor area in the world. But this isn't just a royal residence, it's the official home of Sultan Hassan al-Bolkiah and serves as Brunei's government seat, making it a unique combination of private royal luxury and public governmental function. The scale of Istana Nurul Iman is almost incomprehensible to anyone accustomed to conventional residential architecture. We're talking about 2 million square feet of floor space spread across 1,788 rooms, numbers so large that they begin to lose meaning until you consider that this single structure could house a small city's worth of people while providing each one with palatial accommodations. What makes Istana Nurul Iman truly extraordinary isn't just its size, but the opulence of its features and finishes. The palace is crowned with gold-plated domes that catch the tropical sunlight and serve as beacons visible from miles away, announcing the presence of royal power and wealth to anyone who approaches the Brunei capital. The palace's 110-car garage isn't just a parking facility. It's a private automotive museum that houses one of the world's most extensive and valuable collections of luxury and exotic vehicles. This garage represents the kind of automotive passion that becomes possible when unlimited wealth meets an appreciation for mechanical artistry and engineering excellence. The palace's location on the Brunei River provides not just scenic beauty but strategic significance. This waterfront position has historically been important for defense and transportation, while in the modern era it provides helicopter landing areas and water-based transportation access that enhances both security and convenience. Living in Istana Nurul Iman means experiencing daily life on a scale that dwarfs even the grandest hotels or resorts. With 1,788 rooms, residents could theoretically spend years exploring their own home, discovering new spaces and amenities that they had never experienced before. After this, let's take you to India, Antilia, Mumbai. Standing like a modern-day Tower of Babel against the Mumbai skyline, Antilia represents the pinnacle of private residential luxury with an estimated value of $2 billion. This isn't just the most expensive private residence in the world, it's a vertical city that defies every conventional understanding of what a home can be. Owned by Mukesh Ambani, chairman of Reliance Industries, Antilia rises 27 stories into the Mumbai sky, but here's where the story becomes truly extraordinary. Those 27 floors contain the same amount of living space as a typical typical 60-story building. How is this possible? Because Ambani didn't just buy height, he bought volume, space, and architectural impossibility. The numbers surrounding Antillia are so staggering that they border on the surreal. We're talking about 400,000 square feet of living space. That's roughly the size of 8 football fields stacked vertically into the sky. But size is just the beginning of this architectural marvel story. What makes Antillia truly unique isn't just its scale, but the sheer audacity of its features. Imagine having 3 helipads on your roof, not 1, not 2, but 3 separate landing areas for helicopters. This isn't just about convenience, it's about creating a lifestyle where the sky literally becomes your driveway. But perhaps nothing captures the essence of Antillia's impossibility quite like its snow room. Yes, you read that correctly. In the heart of Mumbai, one of the world's most humid and tropical cities, Mukesh Ambani has created a room where artificial snow falls on command. The snow room represents the ultimate triumph of human engineering over nature, a place where the laws of climate and geography simply don't apply. The home features a 600-person staff. Think about that number for a moment. 600 people wake up every morning with the sole purpose of maintaining and operating this single residence. That's more employees than many successful companies have, all dedicated to ensuring that one family's home operates like a small city. The engineering marvels don't stop there. Antillia is earthquake resistant, built to withstand the kind of natural disasters that have historically devastated other structures. When you're creating something worth $2 billion, you don't just build for luxury, you build for eternity. The theatre within Antillia can seat 50 people, but this isn't your average home cinema. We're talking about a full-scale theatre with professional-grade acoustics, lighting, and projection systems that rival the world's best entertainment venues. It's a space where Hollywood premieres could be held, where the boundary between private residence and public venue dissolves entirely. Our list continues to Villa Leopolda. Perched like a crown jewel along the legendary French Riviera, Villa Leopolda stands as a $750 million testament to old-world grandeur that has been refined and perfected over more than a century. This isn't just a home, it's a living piece of European history where kings once walked and where Hollywood legends have created cinematic magic. Once owned by King Leopold II of Belgium, Villa Leopolda carries within its walls the echoes of royal footsteps and the whispers of political intrigue that shaped the modern world. But its current incarnation, owned by Lily Safra's descendants, represents something even more extraordinary: the transformation of royal heritage into contemporary perfection. The scale of Villa Leopolda is breathtaking in its understated magnificence. We're talking about 80,000 square feet of living space sprawling across 50 acres of meticulously landscaped grounds. But numbers alone can't capture the essence of what makes this estate so extraordinarily valuable. What sets Villa Leopolda apart is its perfect fusion of historical significance and modern luxury. The estate features 11 bedrooms, but these aren't ordinary bedrooms. They're suites that have hosted royalty, film stars, and some of the most influential people in modern history. Each room tells a story. Each hallway holds memories of conversations that may have changed the course of nations. But perhaps nothing captures the essence of Villa Leopolda's grandeur quite like its 12 swimming pools. Yes, 12 separate pools scattered throughout the property, each designed for different purposes, different moods, different moments of the day. This isn't about excess for the sake of excess. It's about creating an environment where every possible desire for aquatic luxury can be fulfilled without compromise. The estate's cinematic history adds another layer to its incredible value. When Hollywood directors need a location that represents the absolute pinnacle of European luxury, Villa Leopolda is where they turn. The property has served as the backdrop for major motion pictures, its rooms and grounds becoming familiar to audiences. Worldwide as the very definition of aristocratic grandeur, the gardens of Villa Leopolda represent a masterpiece of landscape architecture that has been refined and perfected over decades. These aren't just gardens, they're outdoor rooms, living sculptures that change with the seasons while maintaining a timeless elegance that speaks to the estate's royal heritage. The landscaping alone represents millions of dollars in investment, with rare trees, exotic plants, and carefully orchestrated views that frame the Mediterranean Sea like a living painting. Let's now go to USA. The one, Bel Air, California. In the hills of Bel Air, where Hollywood dreams meet Silicon Valley fortunes, stands a monument to both incredible ambition and spectacular financial reality. The One, a 105,000 square foot mansion that was originally valued at $500 million, but tells a cautionary tale about the volatile nature of ultra-luxury real estate. Developed by Niall Niami, The One was conceived as the ultimate American mega mansion, a property so large, so luxurious, and so technologically advanced that it would redefine what a private residence could be in the 21st century. The vision was audacious: create a home so extraordinary that it would justify a $500 million price tag and establish a new benchmark for residential luxury. The scale of the one is almost incomprehensible. With 21 bedrooms and 42 bathrooms, this isn't just a large house. It's a residential complex that could comfortably accommodate a small hotel's worth of guests, while providing each one with resort-level luxury and privacy. But what truly sets the one apart is its entertainment facilities that blur the line between private residence and commercial venue. The property features a full-scale nightclub with professional-grade sound systems, lighting, and dance floors that could host events rivaling the world's most exclusive venues. This isn't just a party room, it's a destination entertainment complex that happens to be located inside someone's home. The property's infinity pool isn't just large, it's an engineering marvel that seems to float in the Los Angeles sky, offering swimmers the sensation of floating above the entire city. From this vantage point, Los Angeles spreads out like a glittering carpet of lights, creating a swimming experience that's more akin to flying than traditional pool enjoyment. However, the one story takes a dramatic turn that illustrates the volatile nature of ultra-luxury real estate. Despite its original $500 million valuation and extraordinary features, the property sold at auction in 2022 for $126 million due to bankruptcy proceedings. This dramatic decrease in value, a loss of nearly $375 million, tells a fascinating story about the difference between construction costs, aspirational valuations, and actual market demand. Richard Sagian, the current owner, acquired what many consider the deal of the century in luxury real estate. For $126 million, he purchased a property that represents hundreds of millions of dollars in construction costs and architectural innovation. A reminder that even in the world of ultra-luxury real estate, market forces ultimately determine value. The one story is particularly fascinating because it represents the American approach to luxury: bigger, bolder, more technologically advanced than anything that came before. Where European luxury estates rely on history and tradition, the one was built on the premise that cutting-edge technology and sheer scale could create instant prestige and value. Another expensive mansion from France is Villa Les Cèdres. Nestled on the exclusive peninsula of Saint-Jean-Cap-Ferrat, where the Mediterranean Sea meets the French Riviera's most coveted coastline, Villa Les Cèdres stands as a $450 million masterpiece that represents the perfect marriage of 19th century architectural elegance and 21st century luxury refinement. Owned by Rinat Akhmetov, a Ukrainian business magnate, Villa Les Cèdres tells the story of how historical European estates can be transformed into contemporary palaces while maintaining their original charm and architectural integrity. This isn't just restoration, it's a complete reimagining of what a historical estate can become when unlimited resources meet visionary planning. The estate encompasses 18,000 square feet of living space spread across 14 bedrooms, but these numbers barely scratch the surface of what makes Villa Les Cèdres so extraordinarily valuable. This property represents the kind of intimate luxury that can only be achieved when every square foot is designed and refined to perfection. What sets Villa Les Cèdres apart from other mega estates is its 35 acres of botanical gardens that represent one of the most extensive and valuable private garden collections in the world. These aren't ordinary landscaped grounds, they're living museums of botanical artistry featuring rare and exotic plants collected from around the globe over more than a century of careful cultivation. The estate's Olympic-sized swimming pool isn't just a place to swim. It's an aquatic sanctuary surrounded by century-old trees and carefully designed sightlines that frame the Mediterranean Sea like a living postcard. The pool area represents the kind of thoughtful luxury design where every element works together to create an experience, rather than just provide amenities. Villa Les Cèdres' historical significance adds immeasurable value to its already extraordinary features. This estate has witnessed more than a century of European history, hosting royalty, aristocrats, and influential figures who shaped the modern world. The walls of this property have absorbed conversations and events that would fascinate historians and provide context for understanding how European high society operated during its most influential periods. The property's location on Saint-Jean-Cap-Ferrat places it at the epicenter of Mediterranean luxury. This small peninsula has been the retreat of choice for European royalty, international business leaders, and cultural icons for generations. The exclusivity of this location cannot be replicated. There are only so many properties on this peninsula, and Villa Les Cèdres occupies one of the most coveted positions. Another one is also from France, Les Palais Boulle. Rising from the Mediterranean coastline like something from a science fiction dream, Les Palais Boules, known as the Bubble Palace, represents $420 million worth of architectural audacity that challenges every conventional notion of what a luxury residence should look like. Owned by Société de Gestion Pierre Cardin, this extraordinary property was originally created for legendary fashion designer Pierre Cardin, a man whose revolutionary approach to fashion found its perfect architectural expression in this bubble-shaped marvel designed by Antti Lovag between 1975 and 1989. The Bubble Palace isn't just unconventional, it's a complete rejection of traditional architectural principles in favor of organic, flowing forms that seem to emerge naturally from the landscape. Every room is curved, every space flows into the next, creating a living environment where the boundaries between interior and exterior, between natural and artificial, seem to disappear entirely. What makes Les Palais Boules truly extraordinary is how it functions as both a residence and a work of art. This isn't a home that contains art, it is art. A three-dimensional sculpture that happens to be inhabitable. The property's circular rooms create living spaces that feel more like cocoons or caves than traditional rooms, offering a completely unique experience of domestic luxury. The estate's entertainment facilities are as unconventional as its architecture. The property features a 500-seat amphitheater carved into the hillside, creating a venue where private performances can be held against the backdrop of the Mediterranean Sea. This isn't just about hosting parties, it's about creating cultural events in one of the world's most unique architectural settings. The property's pool areas flow seamlessly between the bubble-shaped structures, creating aquatic spaces that feel more like natural lagoons than constructed swimming facilities. These aren't just pools, they're water sculptures that complement the organic architecture, while providing the kind of luxury aquatic experiences that can only be achieved through completely custom design. What's particularly fascinating about the Bubble Palace is how it represents the vision of Pierre Cardin, a designer who revolutionized fashion by creating clothing that was more sculpture than traditional garment. The architecture of Les Palais Boules reflects the same aesthetic principles that made Cardin's fashion designs legendary. Bold, futuristic, and completely uncompromising in their artistic vision. The property's Mediterranean views are framed by the curved windows and openings in ways that traditional rectangular architecture could never achieve. Each view becomes a carefully composed image, like looking at the sea through a constantly changing kaleidoscope of architectural forms. The construction of the Bubble Palace required engineering solutions that didn't exist when traditional luxury homes were being built. Every curved wall, every flowing space, every organic transition had to be custom designed and engineered. This property represents not just luxury but technological innovation in service of artistic vision. Our list continues to the Odeon Tower penthouse. Suspended in the sky above Monaco's legendary coastline, the Odeon Tower penthouse represents $330 million worth of vertical luxury that redefines what's possible when unlimited wealth meets unlimited engineering ambition. This isn't just an apartment, it's a private estate that happens to be located hundreds of feet above the Mediterranean Sea. Developed by Group Marzocco, the Odeon Tower penthouse occupies 35,000 square feet of space that would be impressive at ground level, but becomes absolutely extraordinary when suspended in the sky above one of the world's most exclusive principalities. What makes the Odeon Tower penthouse truly spectacular is its infinity pool with a private water slide. Yes, a water slide, positioned hundreds of feet above Monaco. Imagine the sensation of swimming in a pool that seems to float in space, with the entire Riviera spread out below like a living map, then sliding down a water slide that offers views most people only experience from airplane windows. The penthouse's design maximizes its extraordinary location through 360-degree Mediterranean views that encompass not just Monaco, but the entire Côte d'Azur. These aren't just views, they're living panoramas that change with the weather, the seasons, and the time of day, creating a constantly evolving artwork that serves as the backdrop to daily life. The property features a private elevator that serves only this penthouse, ensuring that residents never have to share their vertical journey with anyone else. This isn't just about privacy. It's about creating the experience of ascending to a private kingdom in the sky, where the elevator ride itself becomes part of the luxury experience. What's particularly fascinating about the Odeon Tower penthouse is how it represents the Monaco approach to luxury real estate, maximizing value through through location and engineering innovation rather than pure scale. In a principality where land is literally more valuable than gold, the only direction to expand is upward, and this penthouse represents the ultimate expression of vertical luxury. The penthouse's interior spaces are designed to complement rather than compete with the extraordinary views. Every room, every seating area, every architectural element is positioned to take advantage of the panoramic vistas while creating intimate spaces that feel cozy despite their sky-high location. Living in the Odeon Tower penthouse means experiencing weather patterns from a completely different perspective. Storms become theatrical performances viewed from above. Sunsets become private shows performed exclusively for the residents, and the changing light throughout the day creates a constantly shifting mood throughout the living spaces. The property's location in Monaco provides access to one of the world's most exclusive social scenes, from the Grand Prix to the Monte Carlo casino. But the penthouse itself serves as a private retreat where residents can escape the principality's bustling social calendar while still enjoying unprecedented views of all the action below. Let's now move to UK and tell you about The Home, London, UK. In the heart of London's prestigious Regent's Park, where Georgian elegance meets contemporary luxury, the home stands as a $314 million testament to how historical architecture can be transformed into modern luxury while maintaining its original character and significance. This extraordinary property, previously owned by the Saudi royal family and currently in receivership, represents one of London's most significant private residences, a 40-room Georgian mansion that occupies one of the most coveted positions in one of the world's most expensive cities. What makes the home truly unique is its private lake. Yes, a private lake in central London, in a city where green space is at an absolute premium and privacy is nearly impossible to achieve. The home offers residents their own aquatic sanctuary surrounded by carefully maintained grounds that provide complete isolation from the urban bustle just beyond the property's borders. The estate's tennis court isn't just a recreational facility, it's a private sporting venue located in one of London's most exclusive neighbourhoods, providing residents with the kind of recreational luxury that most Londoners could only dream of having access to. The home's location in Regent's Park places it at the epicentre of London's cultural and social life while providing a level of privacy and tranquility that's virtually impossible to find elsewhere in the city. This property offers the best of both worlds, immediate access to everything London has to offer, combined with the peace and privacy of a country estate. The mansion's Georgian architecture represents one of the most refined and elegant architectural styles in British history, with proportions and details that have been refined over centuries of evolution. Living in the home means inhabiting a piece of architectural history while enjoying every modern convenience and luxury amenity. What's particularly fascinating about the home is how it represents the ultimate London lifestyle, combining historical significance, architectural beauty, urban convenience, and complete privacy in ways that are simply impossible to replicate elsewhere in the city. This property offers residents the opportunity to live like British royalty while remaining at the centre of one of the world's most dynamic and culturally rich cities. The estate's 40 rooms provide not just living space, but the opportunity to create different environments for different aspects of life. Formal entertaining spaces, intimate family areas, private retreats, and professional meeting spaces, all within a single residence that maintains architectural coherence and design unity throughout. The next on our list is 4 Fairfield Pond. Rising from the exclusive Hamptons landscape like a monument to American wealth and ambition, 4 Fairfield Pond represents $250 million worth of residential luxury that holds the distinction of being the largest residential property in the United States. Owned by Ira Rennert, this extraordinary estate encompasses 110,000 square feet of living space spread across 29 bedrooms and 39 bathrooms. Numbers so large they begin to lose meaning until you consider that this single residence could comfortably house several dozen people while providing each one with luxury hotel-level accommodations. What makes 4 Fairfield Pond truly extraordinary isn't just its size, but the completeness of its self-contained luxury ecosystem. The property features a synagogue, making it not just a residence but a place of worship where religious services can be held in complete privacy and luxury. Perhaps most remarkably, the estate operates with its own private power plant, ensuring that residents never have to worry about power outages or utility interruptions. This isn't just about convenience. It's about creating a level of self-sufficiency that allows the property to operate independently of municipal utilities, like a small city unto itself. The estate's recreational facilities read like the amenities list of a luxury resort. Multiple pools, tennis courts, a basketball court, and entertainment spaces that can accommodate hundreds of guests. But what makes these facilities special isn't just their quality, it's their integration into a single residential property, where every amenity is designed to work together as part of a comprehensive luxury lifestyle. 4 Fairfield Ponds location in the Hamptons places it at the center of American East Coast high society, where Wall Street executives, entertainment industry leaders, and political figures have created an exclusive summer community that operates as the unofficial social capital of American wealth. The property's architecture reflects the American approach to luxury residential design, bold, large-scale, and unapologetically impressive. This isn't subtle European elegance. This is American wealth expressed through sheer scale and comprehensive luxury amenities. Which one of these billion-dollar mansions surprised you the most? Share your thoughts in the comments and don't forget to click on the cards on screen for more fascinating stories.